that's not a good pour, is it?
Yeah, same here.
G'day. Welcome to episode 4. COVID's got us all. So we're doing the right thing. Doing a bit of a lockdown, double exposed this time round. And yeah, it's a bit of a bugger really. Can't really get out and shoot much, and kind of can't hang out with your mates. So we're just doing our best to bring you the next episode of Double Exposed. Just a big shout out to all those people that watched our last episode, our cross process to film. We've got some really good comments. I'd like to thank you for that. Got quite a few views in our subscriptions. Our subs have gone up, which is just really encouraging. We had no idea what this was going to be like when we first started it. We just hoped a couple of people would tune in, but starting to grow some momentum. We don't know whether it's the photography, whether it's the beer, so we're going to keep going with both. So this week I took my newest horse out for a run. I'm loving this big baby. It's the Fuji 690 or GW690ii, otherwise known as the Texas Leica. I think Texas because of the size, but the quality is amazing. I've fallen in love with this thing. You only get 9 shots per roll of 120, or 8 shots, sorry, of 120 on the 120, and I kind of enjoy that as well. It really slows you down, makes you think about your photo before you take it. And I popped some Velvia 100 in there. It's expired, but I still shot it at 100. And we're going to have a look at those photos. Chris, what did you shoot, mate?
I just went for a walk to Kangaroo Point. So I ended up shooting my my 645, Fuji 645, which is one of my favourite cameras. Love this format, and yeah, it's just such a great camera, rangefinder. Everything about it's awesome. Great light meter. It's one of my favourite cameras I own. Yeah, so I shot some E100, some Ektachrome, some slide. You know, we love our slide here. This time we went on 2 separate walks, being that we can't hang out together. So what we're going to do is I'll show one of my shots or one of your shots first, Brett, if that's all right, and then we'll go to the next clip, which will be me. So we just show each one as it comes along. You filmed at night, I filmed during the day. So the photos are quite different, but I still think these two cameras are pretty comparable. Obviously the different formats, both Fuji cameras, both great cameras. So yeah, Brett, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so let's talk through the photos. So I went out one night just around the local suburb, and I think I went on a Saturday night, so it must have been last week. And on Saturday nights the Stafford skate scene is normally pumping. Lots and lots of people there. It was a bit eerie to go down there and look at it empty. And so I shot the front sign. I tried to expose it for the highlights, because with slide film, if you blow that out, it's pretty ratchet really. And yeah, I used to skate here as a kid, so that shows you how old this place is. And it was empty on a Saturday night, which is really, really eerie.
All right, hoping to catch the last light. Hopefully catch some good light. We'll see how I go. Yeah, so this first shot I'm really happy with. It's 2 buildings here that I often walk past, and I'm always wait for the right light to come through, and today I just happened to get it at the right time. I really like the way the light sort of filters through these 2 buildings here, and I think the Ektachrome handled it really well. I think the highlights, you know, are exposed pretty well. The shadows are a bit muddy and dark for my liking, but I think that's just because I went off the light meter straight from the camera. I didn't bring my light meter with me.
So not too far up the hill from the skate rink is the laundromat, the Coin Laundry, and it was empty. Open but empty, and I thought that'd make a really good scene. I'm really happy with this one. It's actually my favourite off the roll. I like the colours, I like the composition, I like how sharp the lens is, so I was really happy with this shot. Yeah, I'm just shooting around my local area, going for a walk and seeing what I can see. It's a bit lonely without Brett, but that's what you have to do to be safe, I guess. Yeah, so excited to see what shots I get. I'm just going to obviously shoot all 15 of my shots, whereas Brett can only shoot, I think, 8 or 9 on his camera. One of the positives of this 6x45. So yeah, this next shot here, I just went to this Outlook, which is one of my favourite spots to take photos of, and especially at this time of day.
I love the way the shot looks. The blues are so strong, which is Ektachrome specialty, really. It's got such a nice feel to it, this photo. This next bit here, I was just trying to get the light to filter through these blades of grass, which it didn't seem to do. I think because I was going off the light meter from the camera, I couldn't focus. I couldn't do a spot meter on the grass.
And I wandered over to the barber shop, which is really interesting for those of you who live in Australia. You all know that despite everything with COVID and all the isolation, our Prime Minister's still allowing us to get a haircut, which doesn't really, apply to me. I do my own self-serve. But what was really interesting about this shot was it was empty because it's night, but I couldn't really show it in the photo, but on the front window they had both the open and close signs, which is kind of interesting. I wish I could have got a shot of that, but here's a couple of sneak peeks of the inside of the barber shop.
So this next shot I just stumbled across. It's this creepy looking chair just sitting in this grass patch here. And I thought I have to try to get a shot of that. And the hardest bit was trying to get my shadow out of the shot, which I've caught in the photo. But I'm pretty happy with that one. I think it's exposed quite well.
Close to my place, kind of just one street over really, is this hot pink metallic Toyota Celica Supra, and it's always wrapped in this silver tarp. I think I've seen it out of the tarp once, so I thought it'd make a really good shot. Unfortunately, I think I underexposed it a little bit, but I kind of like it. The yellow comes from the street light. I took another one, but I missed the focus, which the only issue I've got with the 690 is the fact that it's really hard to get the rangefinder lined up in dark light, in bad lighting, but I luckily got this one, I nailed it spot on.
Oh, so this next photo, I actually had walked past this spot already, and I thought, it actually looks quite nice, that light. So I walked back and took this photo. So this is looking down at Felons, which is a brewery that's usually so full you can't get a seat. And it just really shows how different it is here with the coronavirus going on. And that shadows, they came through quite nicely.
And lastly, I thought I'd just pop in a shot of my shed. I've got one of these cool kind of garage mechanics lights that I hang on the wall, and my daughter's done up these 2 skateboards for me, and I just thought, seeing as we broadcast or record these in the shed, I thought it'd be a good idea to show you a little bit more of the shed. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of camera movement in this, and I think that might be because the shed's got a wooden floor and I might have moved around during the exposure. It's pretty subtle, you can just see it, but I'm not unhappy with the shot at all. I think it's okay.
So under the bridge here, I took a bit of a risk and saw how the light was looking on the bottom of the bridge. So being that I wasn't tall enough to get the shot over the fence, I just stuck the camera over and took a photo. And pretty happy with how this one turned out. It was in focus and seems to be exposed pretty well. Yeah, about to cross the Story Bridge here, I saw how, looked quite symmetrical and nice. I thought I might take another shot, and happy with this one as well. Shadows are well exposed and the highlights are really well exposed as well. I like the way that the suicide fence there was casting a shadow on the foot of this bridge arch here. So I thought I'd stop and get a good photo. It's quite hard because there's still quite a lot of people crossing the bridge. So I managed to finally make it to Kangaroo Point. I power walked there basically to get the last of this good light. But I jumped the railing here and got this photo, which I'm pretty happy with. It's a photo I've taken before on many other film stocks, and I'm really happy with how this one rendered. You can see the blues of the sky there are really nice and strong, and the city's well exposed. So this here, I was taking another attempt at the grass photo that I took earlier in the video. This one turned out quite a lot better than the last one, as you can see. Yeah, that really made the blades of grass stand out, the sunlight. With the city in the background, I quite like this photo. Quickly rushed over to the popular spot with all the other photographers, and this is the only shot I used a light meter on. I just used the dodgy phone light meter app. Pretty happy with this shot as well. I exposed for the sky, so obviously the shadows are quite dark, but I really like the outline of the bridge, and you can see the reflections there on the water. So I started making my way back home, and I noticed these figures down the bottom of the cliff, and I thought, you know, I might try to take a shot of this, even though the light was quite low, and my camera said it was underexposed by about a stop, but I thought I'll just risk it. And I'm pretty happy how this one turned out. I think it's quite well exposed. And this here's my last shot of the roll. Another, you know, sunset shot. Could not do it. It was getting quite dark by this point, but it's still, the sky still looks really great. This is a really nice shot that scanned quite well.
All right, so that's all the photos. Chris, you got some absolute crackers in there. And while I mentioned that, we did kind of keep score last episode. People had picked out 2 of my photos in the first two episodes, so it was 2-0 to me. But I'd like to point out, Chris, that someone loved your photo, that sunset you captured in the windscreen of the VW Beetle, which I thought was the best shot of the episode as well. So that's 2-1, Chris. You're catching up, and I reckon you might pick up another point this time around. Not that we're keeping score. We wouldn't want to do that. We're not competitive at all. But, yeah, that's one to you, mate. Well done. Congrats.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really like those some of the Beetle shots you took as well. I saw you post them to Instagram and got quite a bit of love, which is great. I should mention, if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, just look in the description there. We got some links.
All right, well, I think that wraps up pretty much a video from my end, mate. I'm drinking Black Hop Super Hornet. It's a double IPA. It says it's brewed by 3 mates on the Gold Coast. There's 2.7 standard drinks in this one can. So Super Hornet's true, she stings a bit like a bee. I think I'm going to need a little lie down and a sleep after this one. What are you drinking there, mate?
Yeah, I'm drinking Culture House out of Mornington Peninsula. Yeah. So yeah, it's a raspberry Weiss beer. So it's quite light. It's really delicious, actually. I'm definitely going to grab another one out the fridge when this is done.
Alright, what I got is, last episode we gave a shout out to Carl Bailey with his Zine 48. Unfortunately they're all sold out, but keep an eye on Carl's stuff, it's cracking. I'd like to promote a record by a couple of mates of mine, a little Brizzy band called Violet Soho. If you don't know about them, check them out. The album is ironically titled Everything Is A-OK, and obviously they recorded this before COVID-19. But this record makes everything A-OK. So check them out, Violet Soho. Highly recommended.
Yeah, actually I've no idea what to do on the next video. Yeah, may have to give each other a ring and have a few more beers and try to decide.
Yeah, that's right, mate. We have no idea what we're going to do next episode. Got a couple of ideas floating about. Got to keep our distance. In Queensland, Australia at the moment, if you're doing the wrong thing, you can get slapped with a $1,300 on-the-spot fine. So that's pretty hectic. That's a lot of film. So don't want to get fined, mate. So no idea what's happening next time round, but in another fortnight, you'll get another video for us. So stay safe, everyone. Stay sane. Keep shooting photos. Keep creating, and we'll see you next episode.
Thank you, guys. See you guys next time.